Hey everyone, welcome to this week's FFP discussions video. I wanted to talk through something I find that can be missed quite a lot. It can be kind of put on the back burner quite easily when it comes to your training, and that is warm-ups and cooldowns. All right, so I did make a video on warm-ups near the start of our FFP discussions videos, but I wanted to revisit it. There's some new people on the program, and there's some things that I think can be really helpful when it comes to your warm-ups and cooldowns. So first thing to think about with your warm-ups and cooldowns, they are essential to making your workout as effective and providing the greatest adaptation possible from that workout. It is absolutely essential to get as much out of that workout as you can, as if you have an effective warm-up. If you don't have that effective warm-up, you're going to lose parts of that workout that can't be obtained otherwise, and I'll talk about that in a second. The cooldown is sadly something that just gets dropped by most people, myself included, a lot of the time, and it's something that I really want to try and bring back and really encourage people to do, because a cooldown is not just about doing a bit of a stretch and away you go, although a lot of the time that's what it looks like. It's actually really helpful for the mind to let your body settle, let the heart rate come down, let the breathing rate come down, and actually be aware of those things almost coming back down to baseline, and being aware of what that feels like and how you can return to your normal day-to-day life. I'm sure we've all experienced the quick workout, straight into the shower, back out of the shower, and you're still sweating. And you're, for the next hour or two, you're still busted because you haven't given your body the time it needed to power down after you've just put it through a real intense workout. So I'm going to talk first of all about warm-ups. The warm-up, what is the purpose of the warm-up? The warm-up is a tool that we use to increase the core temperature, to take the joints that you're going to be using in the workout through their full range of motion before putting them through intense duress. We're also going to get blood flow into those muscle groups so that whenever we do increase the intensity, the muscles aren't having to be flooded with a load of blood quickly, because and that's why you'll feel your heart rate spike so much if you don't warm up properly, because the blood isn't where it needs to be, and then the heart's just quick, get it there, and then your heart rate goes crazy, right? So these are all just things that are really, really useful and really foundational to just getting started, right? With actually implementing the warm-up itself, you can do that in so many ways. I put warm-ups out on the Fit for Purpose program anyway. Now, you can use these exactly as they're written, and they will do the trick. They will absolutely do everything I just explained. But also, you might not have 10 to 15 minutes to get a really solid warm-up in. You might have 10 to 15 minutes to do everything in your workout session. You might only have that time to do the workout of the day, or it doesn't get done that day. So what I would encourage you to do is, in a situation like that, use the workout as a form of warm-up, all right? So if you have, for example, 5 rounds for time, dumbbell thrusters, 200-meter run, and burpees, right? The dumbbell thrusters generally will be a certain weight, 22.5 for the guys, 15s for the ladies. The first round, do not use that weight. If you have access to a lighter loading, use a lighter loading in the first round. That might just be 10 kilo dumbbells or 5 kilo dumbbells. Move through the movement controlled, slowly. We're not thinking about doing it for time. We're doing thrusters at a nice steady pace. You're then going to go for your run, your 200 meters, but you're going to just jog it. You're not going to go flat out. You're just going to jog it and just move through the motion. You're then going to come back in and do your burpees. Again, down to the floor, stand it up. Do all the things that the burpee requires, but do it slow, in a bit more of a controlled pace, so a bit slower, right? That's round one. Round two, go slightly heavier on the dumbbells, go slightly faster on the run, go slightly faster on the burpees. You see where this is going, right? By round 3, 4, and 5, then you can start to feel the body get into the groove of what you're doing. Up the weight, increase the intensity, move a little bit faster. And yes, you didn't get your warm-up done. Yes, you didn't use the prescribed dumbbells the whole way through the workout. But what you did was you did your thrusters. You did 5 rounds of them. You did 5 rounds of your run, and you did 5 rounds of your burpees, and you got your workout in for today. So that is better to me than if you just did nothing at all, right? And it doesn't have to be those movements, but that's a good way to approach if you have very, very little time. Another thing on warm-ups, if you're looking at the warm-up on the program and you see it and go, there's some movements there that don't feel good for my body, there's some movements there that I personally don't find warms me up that well for that movement, that's okay. If you know that there's particular movements that are really, really effective for a particular, say for example, we're warming up for a heavy deadlift and there's something quite specific to you that you found works really well, have at it. Just slot that into the warm-up in some shape or form so that you can get the most out of that warm-up. You don't have to follow it to the letter. If there's 3 rounds in the warm-up but you feel good and warm after 2, move on. Do you know, you have a bit of autonomy here and a bit of authority to use your own head, you know, and that's what I want this to become. You're becoming more informed and more educated about your body and how you're feeling going into a workout. Your cool down then, so that's the warm-ups. That's something I just wanted to touch on there. If any of us have any questions about that, I would love to talk warm-ups. Your cool down then, really what we're doing with the cool down is we want to take the joints again into their range of motion, but in a much less intense way. So holding stretches is the best way to do that. And it's really, you can find a bunch of stretches on YouTube and stuff for particular movements. But like I mentioned before, paying attention and taking controlled breaths and letting the heart rate settle and paying attention to your body as it settles down is a really, really nice way to make the most of your cool down. So I would encourage you the next time you do a training session just to take 5 minutes after your workout and pay attention to your breathing, pay attention to your heart rate, and control it and allow that to settle while you're going through some stretches, and just be a bit more aware of your body. So guys, that's all I wanted to talk about today. I hope that was helpful in some shape or form, and if you have any questions, as always, fire it into the Slack group or shoot me a message, or we can talk in person if I see you in the gym or something like that. But I will speak to you soon. Bye.